On January 27th of 2026 at 6:06 p.m., I received a text that said, Chris got shot. My daughter sent me the text after several attempts to call me. I was in the shower. I was taking a long shower after having a rough day. And the call that I had made prior to getting in the shower, I was crying and praying and pleading with God, not knowing at the same moment my son's life was coming to an end. After I got out the shower, I called my daughter, and she told me that someone had called her and told her that Chris had been shot in the leg. So I somewhat exhaled, because people survive leg shots, wounds, all the time. She went to the location where the shooting transpired. I had his location, and I sent her that information. And his children's mother proceeded to go to various hospitals looking for her. Fortunately, he had sent me his location a few weeks prior. I had given him a lecture about the company that he kept and how he needed to friend up and let these people go. He's grown. He's got a calling on his life. He's got purpose on his life. But you know what he told me? You don't leave the people that you love. He got offended. And I felt like this tension during that call. So I told him to go ahead. He was going to a job interview. I was like, you're going to be late to your job interview. Go ahead to your job interview. We'll talk later. And I don't recall. We may have talked in between. That was, I think, a Thursday and the Tuesday when he was shot. But I know that I called him on that Tuesday. I called him on FaceTime because one of his other friends had been killed in a drive-by. And I saw him post a broken heart, and I knew that he was hurting. So I called him to ask him what happened. And he told me, and he explained that his friend, and it hurt him. He saw him in a body bag, and I was like, oh, wow. And he told me about his friend's kids, and I said, I'm praying for his children. I'm praying for his mother. And I wanted to say something about, being around those people, but I didn't. Because I didn't want to lecture him. I could see he was visibly, his eyes were like little lemons. I could see he was visibly hurt. So as we always did at the conclusion of the call, I told him to be safe, and I loved him. And he said, I love you too. And that was the last time I spoke to him. So my daughter went to the scene where his phone was located and talked to the police officer. I called one of his friends to find out what was going on. And my boyfriend, I had him on speaker, and my boyfriend said, why is he acting like that? It kept saying he knows something. Something's not right. And I defended him. Oh, the police are there. He's just doing that because the police are there. Little did I know that that friend was going to lie to the police and not disclose who shot and killed my son. Another fun fact is my son always told me that that friend wasn't like the rest of them. He's worse, because not only did he do that, subsequently days later when I arrived, he lied in my face. So while my daughter was talking to the police at the location, my son's children's mother had went to various hospitals trying to locate where they had taken him. And the second hospital that she went to, she said that she saw the same ambulance at the location. So she knew that he was there. She went inside, and I could hear her talking to someone. And I heard somebody say, he died. I instantly went into rejection. No, no, no. I don't want this cup. And I still don't want this cup. I don't want this cup, God. I don't want this cop. I kept saying, and I was in denial, and I was like, no, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. I'm still believing. I'm still praying. I'm like praying. The police finally confirmed with my daughter and myself hours later that it was in fact true. The police assured me that the person that did this would be held accountable. Here we are 72 days later. I know everything about the person except his social security number, and I could probably find that if I looked hard enough. But yet, he's still a free man. He still gets up every morning, puts on whatever he wants to, not an orange jumpsuit, but whatever he wants to. He doesn't have commissary. He doesn't have restrictions, nothing. He takes his kids to school. He breeds dogs, whatever he's doing, whatever he does, he's still doing that. And we're grieving. There were 8 other people now that were in that house. And they're not coming forward to talk to the police. How many more mothers have to go through this? How many more mothers have to go through this? I mean, you raised your son. I kept my son in private schools. I made sure that we didn't live in the hood. Now, he gravitated toward it. That's why this happened, because you all hood niggas. I'm sorry. But, yeah. I kept them in private schools. I kept them in the best school when I couldn't afford private school anymore. I made sure that we were in the outskirts and we stayed in the suburbs. I always moved way out. Always. My son couldn't even play with guns when he was little. I didn't allow toy guns, water guns. Guns aren't toys. And then this happens. So my only goal in making videos and doing all this is justice for Chris. I want an arrest. I want answers. I want that person convicted by his peers. And I won't rest until it is. I won't rest until it is. This pain is going to become purpose. Sir, the day's coming. And I know God won't leave me hanging. IMPD might be a joke, but I know God won't leave me hanging. I know that you will pay for your crime. Pain is